What's going on, guys? Get123 here with more Grand Theft Auto 5, and just earlier today, Rockstar released their official first-person trailer for GTA 5 Next Gen, and earlier I showed you guys the trailer, and now I want to walk you guys through it, break it down step by step, and point out things that you may not have noticed. So to jump right into it, we are going to do a freeze frame right here. Take a look at that cell phone. At first I didn't notice anything, but after watching it through a few times, look at that, the screen is actually cracked, it's got a chip in it, and that is just some awesome attention to detail that really suits the characters in Grand Theft Auto 5. So up next, moving on to this car scene, the first thing you probably noticed is that those gauges just jump to life. We've got the RPMs, we've got the miles per hour, the fuel gauge, and the engine temperature. So personally, I am super excited that you can finally see how fast you're going. That's something that I've wanted since GTA 4, and you could only get it through a PC mod. Now we have it in the actual game, and I think that's an awesome feature. And also, I want to do a quick freeze frame here and point out the newly revised minimap. As you can see, it's mostly the same, but there are a few differences. Overall, it just looks a lot better. It looks crisper, it looks sharper, and based on what I can see right now, it looks like you can see further off into the distance. It's not as zoomed in, it's, I don't know, it just looks more informative of where you are, and overall just looks a lot better for next gen. And also, if you take a look at the center dash, some cars in the game will actually show you even the radio station that's currently playing while you're in the car. So then, moving on here to the helicopter scene, of course, all the explosions and everything look absolutely beautiful, but one thing you'll notice again is that the gauges are all fully functional. Almost all of them are moving to really give you the sense of added realism. So then this next scene here is one of my favorites in this trailer. We've got the first shooting that we see in first person, and I gotta say, it looks downright awesome. I never thought we'd see first person view in Grand Theft Auto 5, and now it's here, and wow, we're gonna have to go back and break a few things down here. So one of the first things that I want to freeze frame on is this picture right here because of the muzzle flash. In my opinion, this is a fully automatic rifle. There is of course gonna be muzzle flash, and it looks like Rockstar did it, they did it fairly well. And also look to the right side of the screen there. You can actually see the shells of the rounds that you're firing falling down to the ground below. And overall, there just appears to be a huge attention to detail with the shooting. Another thing that I'm a big fan of now is that sights actually have a purpose. This feels like something out of Call of Duty or something like that, where this is a true first-person shooter game. The scopes actually have a purpose, and they just look so awesome. And the last thing that I want to point out for this scene is the attention to detail on the gun. Take a look at the side of it there. You've got all of your different adjustments and buttons and things like that, and also the gun has a nice sheen to it. Obviously, it's not super shiny, but I feel like it's just doing a good job of reflecting the light in a realistic manner. So moving on to the flight scene, I really like how you can actually see the lever being pulled back on as the plane starts to tilt upward, and then Trevor looks over to the side and there's the guy hanging onto the wing. I think we're all probably pretty familiar with that story mission. And once again, the gauges are fully working. In the middle there, you've got the one showing your tilt in the air, and next to that is even the direction that you're flying. So much information is being packed into these gauges, it's just so awesome. So here we've got some driving and shooting at the same time, and once again, I gotta point out the attention to detail on the side of the gun. You can fully read everything, it's got the little sight on top of it, and also if you look around the edge of the windshield, it appears to be shattered out. So it's kinda interesting to see what it looks like from the inside, so I think overall it looks pretty good. And so we'll finish off the scene with one more beautiful explosion. There it is. And now for the dirt bike scene. This looks, oh my gosh. Dirt bikes are cool enough as it is, but when you've got it in first person, this is just going to be a whole new experience. Everything looks great. And then up next, you've got a mission scene, and this is a great one to show off the new dynamic lighting. Check out the lighting coming up through the vents in the floor, and the way they illuminate that fog or smoke, and just the shadows on the wall. Everything looks so good here. Even the way the light casts upon the bodies of the people in the scene, it just looks really good. So then up next, we've got some night driving on a motorcycle in the rain, and this is a really good example once again of cool reflections and everything, because nighttime in the rain is obviously when the roads are most reflective. And so as usual, the gauges are going, you've got the RPMs and the miles per hour on there, and I can't really break this scene down and only pick out one cool thing, just because the entire thing looks so good. Just the driving, passing the cars that close in first person is epic. So in this scene, one of the things that stood out for me is that as soon as that jet closes, all the sound gets a little bit muffled. So, Rockstar is very aware of giving you a first-person experience. The sound is actually changing as your environment changes. If you put on a helmet, the sound will also become more muffled. So besides that, everything looks great. Once again, the dash is cool with all the buttons, and the aiming system, I can't even wait to fly a jet in first person. I feel like it's going to be a totally new experience to fly upside down and do bunches of loops and flips and twists and turns, and this is just going to be epic. So then, there you can see the November 18th release date. It's sneaking up on us really fast, and I really cannot wait. So with that, guys, please stay tuned for more videos in the future. I will see you next time.